tornado touching the ground. Those are by definition from the National Weather Service.
I may ask you a question, too.
Sure,
Because we put up Framingham, Waltham, now you're getting right into the greater Boston area. They're not saying that a tornado watch or warning is in effect for those towns yet. This cell is moving. Pretty good chance it could dissipate before it gets there. Lead me to what comes next, or don't we know?
Sure. For right now, right, these towns on the right here in this blue box are what would be the case if this storm itself and this circulation remained as intense for the next full hour. And right now, there are indications that it shouldn't, but that doesn't mean it can't. We still have some pretty warm air out there and some pretty humid air too. In fact, I'm going to try to call up some temperatures here and some dew points to give you an idea of the atmosphere out there. But if this were to hold together, it could potentially get into Metro West, to the 495 loop, and we'll take it from there. But right now, the warning is in place until 7:45. The intensity of the storm looks as if it's remaining intact. Just taking a quick look at the lightning strikes, the lightning activity it's still firing off quite a bit of lightning. So the core of the storm appears to be pretty strong, and is at least producing damaging straight line wind gusts, if not the turbulent variety from some sort of circulation, a funnel, or a tornado itself. But as of right now, still no reports of a funnel on the ground. Still waiting for some word from the National Weather Service on that. And I'm going to switch sources real quickly here and show you some of the temperatures that are out there. It's been an interesting day because in southeastern Mass, we had some very heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning, and some wind from storms earlier this morning and afternoon. And because of that, southeastern Mass actually was a lot cooler today than northern Mass. And you can see 84 Fitchburg, 87 right now in Nashua, 83 in Bedford. There's a lot of heat that has built up in the sunshine out in northern parts of Worcester County and out in western parts of Middlesex County. The dew point, a measure of the moisture in the air, is also running very, very high, up near 70. So that's what thunderstorms fuel themselves on. They fuel themselves on heat, they fuel themselves on humidity, and when you have something to lift that warm, humid air up, such as a cold front which is marching into the state, you have the potential to get some violent weather. And in this case, we do. I'm going to get back to the radar here now. And again, we have that warning in place, a tornado warning for the next about 15 minutes for northern parts of Worcester County, for the cities of Leominster, for the cities of Fitchburg. And this is just issued from the National Weather Service as of 7:33, excuse me, so just a minute old. Tornado warning remains in effect until 7:45, again for north central Worcester County. Again, National Weather Service Doppler radar continues to indicate a tornado. This tornado was located near Westminster, or 6 miles to the west of Fitchburg, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Other locations in the warning area are Leominster, and it's also stating, in addition to the tornado, which we've been talking about all for the last half an hour here, this storm is capable of producing golf ball-sized hail and destructive straight-line wind. Straight-line wind, you've heard a lot about this severe weather season this summer. We had a macro burst a few weeks back, which is a straight-line wind gust capable of producing damage. We saw numerous trees knocked down in the Boston metro area. We could also see microbursts from a storm like this. This is a very dangerous storm. Now, what do you do if a tornado is spotted, or with a tornado warning in this case? First thing, seek shelter immediately. If you can get to your house, to a building, any sort of structure that has a foundation is best. Get down to the lowest level of that structure, preferably a basement with a solid foundation, cement foundation, concrete foundation, and stay away from windows. Windows you do not want to be near. They'll break, they'll crack, you'll have flying glass all over the place. Stay away from doors. Stay away from anything that can create flying debris. If you do not have a basement in your home, get to an interior room on the first floor. You can get into a bathroom You can, bathrooms tend to be one of the safer rooms in the house because there's a lot of plumbing all around it. There are pipes, lead pipes, not lead pipes, but metal pipes. There used to be lead pipes, metal pipes that help to create some sort of stability. A lot of the older homes, the Victorian homes, have porcelain tubs. Great place to get into. If you can, grab a pillow, grab a mattress, lay in a porcelain tub. Otherwise, get to an interior room of the house, maybe underneath the staircase that goes up to the second floor. That would be a safer place than to be near a window or near a door. Again, a tornado warning in place until 7:45 this evening for northern Worcester County. Get a little closer in here. Looks like it's moved out of the town of Westminster. It is now crossing the town line into Leominster and into Fitchburg, and will continue to move at a rate of about 25 miles to the southeast. Not only is there a tornado warning, the storm is capable of producing a tornado, but also straight line wind gusts and hail. Jack?
All right, we're trying to get a phoner of a person right now right in that line of fire, and hope to have that for you in the next minute or two, as this is getting very close to Leominster. That was a rather impressive display, I thought, of all of this lightning. Who knows how much damage can come with this this extended lightning that we've seen along here. There have been, I don't know how many to count. That one was almost pure white, so that could mean 50 to 100 lightning strikes in a fairly short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. You know, lost in this conversation is the lightning. You know, there's a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning within a very dynamic situation like this, turbulent storm. And cloud-to-ground lightning, one of the biggest killers in the weather world, lightning and flooding. Cloud-to-ground lightning can hit power lines, can hit trees, can hit homes, knocking power out, and can cause fires to sprout up very, very quickly. And you can see these little white flashes, white lightning strikes. There's another one right over Leominster. This storm is still pretty active, still pretty turbulent in nature. And that's not the only storm that's out there, by the way. I'll widen out real quickly. There are some other storms back in the Connecticut Valley, and also a very powerful storm approaching Manchester that has a warning on it right now, and you can see all the lightning with that, too.
Oh, boy.
That's capable of producing a lot of straight-line wind damage and also hail and torrential rain and the lightning, too. This particular cell has a warning on it for another, looks like about 7 minutes, and it's located, looks like over Leominster or getting into Leominster at this point, and it's moving at a rate of about 25 miles per hour to the southeast. I'll loop for you a couple of times. Again, Doppler radar is indicating the potential for this storm to produce a tornado. That does not mean that one is on the ground, but it means that one is possible or is imminent. At the very least, we are seeing strong to damaging straight-line winds. We're likely seeing some large hail up to golf ball size, and of course the torrential rain and the frequent lightning strikes, cloud-to-ground lightning. This is moving to the southeast at about 25 miles per hour, and if it does hold together and clears Fitchburg and Leominster, looks like it could clip northern parts of Sterling, maybe even graze Princeton on its way through. Lancaster, Clinton, there's Clinton right here. I mean, Clinton, you know, would be in the path of this. If it weakens a little bit, it's still going to be fairly fierce with straight-line wind, torrential rain, perhaps some hail there too. And also moving through the eastern parts of Worcester County. So this storm, again, has a warning on it for a tornado possible. Doppler radar is indicating rotation within the cell, several thousand feet in the air, capable of producing a tornado at this time. Cities in its path, Fitchburg and Leominster. Jack?
Thank you very much, Todd. Mike Dantini of Leominster is on the phone with us right now. You hear me all right, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, Jack.
What's going